Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Quick Poetry Knowledge, and this is your hostess Mehjabeen. In my last video, I explained William Shakespeare's Sonnet 2nd. In today's class, I am going to narrate the summary of this sonnet. So let's get started. In Sonnet 2nd, William Shakespeare addresses the fair youth just as he does in many of his other sonnets. The poet says that when the young man has crossed 40 years of age, or when the ravages of 40 winter seasons have left their mark on his forehead, anybody who met him would notice some wrinkles or deep trenches on his beautiful face and on the rest of his body. The handsome young man whose beauty often attracts other people will not have much to show off once he has passed his 40th winter, because by that time he will have crossed the prime of his life and the glamour of his youthfulness will have dissipated. His handsome features would have withered and would be hanging from his body like some rags. The past beauty of the youth would be of little value now. At that point in his life, if somebody asks the young man to show him the rewards or the precious outcome of his past youthfulness, then the youth would not have anything to show off. His beauty would be buried within the depths of his aging eyes. It would be a matter of great shame to the fair youth, because he had really not made any serious effort to preserve his beauty. Praising his beauty would be fruitless, because after crossing 40 winters, he would no longer retain the charms of his youth. However, the poet goes on to say that this young man's beauty would have certainly deserved more praise and attention if he were in a position to respond to people's queries by pointing in the direction of his beautiful offspring and saying that the child that he had sired would reflect the glory of his past attractiveness. As a result, the advancement of age of this fair young man would be a pardonable offense, because despite growing old, he has been able to preserve the charms of his beauty in his child. The fair youth's child would be inheriting his father's good looks. In other words, the young man would have lived his life meaningfully, because the impressions of his good looks would be left as a legacy to the future generations. The existence of a child in his life would be like spreading an element of newness in an environment where things and people are growing older and moving closer to the path of decay. In his old age, when the poet's friend begins to feel that his blood is getting colder, he would be comforted by the sight of his child, in whose young body the blood is still warm and bristling with passion, energy, and vitality. Such a life would be a meaningful and well-lived life. The message that the poet wishes to convey through this sonnet is that it is time for the young friend of his to think about begetting children, so that he can leave the proof to the future generations that he had come to this world with extraordinary good looks, and his children would be testimony to the physical charms of his youthful days. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. Meet you again very soon. Bye.